Back.
Okay, go ahead.
We have Bill VonderMahden with, we were talking about his name and I just fumbled. Bill VonderMahden with us. He's with the Arkansas Boys Ranch, and we were discussing that we haven't had anyone on as a representative of the Arkansas Boys Ranch. So we would like for you to start by prefacing us with what that is.
What is the Arkansas Baptist Boys Ranch? It's a residential where kids come to live. Let me not call it residential, okay?
And it is Arkansas Baptist
Boys Ranch. Kids come to live with us for usually about a year. Come from basically all over the state, but mostly northwest Arkansas. Some of the kids that have graduated from our program work right here in your community, and you might run into them and you never even know it. But we take kids in from about 10 through 17. They come to live with us for approximately a year. Kids maybe having some challenges in school, maybe having challenges at home, maybe starting to run with the wrong crowd, maybe kids who may have dropped into state custody, maybe parents who are just having a hard time and just aren't keeping it together and need a place for their kids to go. All kinds of reasons kids can come and live with us at the Boys Ranch.
And this is a boys' ranch. It's not.
It is a boys' ranch.
Okay.
No girls.
Okay.
We have a boys and girls children's home in Monticello.
Okay.
That if we've got girls that are referred to us, we refer them down there.
Okay.
So.
How many do you house?
Well, we have 8. We've got 4 homes that house 8 boys each, so that'd be 32 when we're full. And right now we're about running half full. We're looking for a set of house parents to help us out. So anyway, but kids right now, I've got one from 10 years old all the way to 18. All our kids go to public school. They go to the Bergman School. And so we've got the biggest family in Bergman.
No doubt. And what is what's your title?
My title is director. So really what I do is I like to look for kids who, can come into our program and, do real well. And if you can imagine, a lot of children are referred to us. Some may be out of our league, emotionally challenged to the point that we can't help them. May have behavior problems that we can't deal with. But what I'm looking for is young men that first can come and spend a year with us, okay? And there's a certain sense of maturity that a child has to have. Ones that can get along in a group. If you can imagine, as a house parent, you've got 8 of those guys to take care of.
Exactly.
So they've got to be able to take basic directions and be able to work the regular schedule that goes on. And I'm looking for guys who can get along with each other. You know, they've got to get along with, if you call it, 7 other siblings. So I'm looking for those 3 big things in a kid.
And I bet the house parents have challenges too, don't they?
They do. Just the normal routine. If you can imagine being a house parent, you're usually up about 5 o'clock in the morning preparing, and your head really doesn't hit the pillow until 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And then if you got some sick kids, you can imagine.
Right.
You got other challenges, so house parents are, they are the front lines. They're the ones that take care of those kids, love on them, there for them continually, and they're just wonderful folks.
I'm kind of interested in what a typical day. They go to school, obviously, and then they come home and I suppose do any homework they have, and then what other...
Well, a typical day starts, like I said, between 5:15 and 5:30. They get up. Each of the children have their own room, so they're responsible, of course, to get up, get dressed, get showered, make their bed, pick up their room, etc. Come on out and get ready for breakfast. Imagine the bus arrives at 7:10, so they've got to hustle up here. So they got to get on it. Come out, eat breakfast, and then they'll have some chores to do, maybe cleaning up after breakfast, vacuuming, maybe taking care of the grounds in the porch area, things like that. And then they have a devotion before school. Then, like I said, the bus arrives at 7:10, off they go. They come back to the ranch about 3:45. They may have about a 15-minute time just settle in, put their books up, get a snack, get a treat, then off and go in there. They could go to maybe horses, other recreation things. Some of them will have homework time. Dinner's on the table about 6 or 6:30. Dinner time, again, they've got chores to do, clean up, helping prepare. Can you imagine doing all those dishes for that many kids?
Exactly.
But the kids are assigned, those chores. It's a learning experience for these kids.
And helps teach them responsibility,
Teaches them responsibility. And then go to bed at 9 o'clock, lights out 9:30, and repeat that routine.
Yeah. That, that in today's time, that sounds like an old, worn-out way of doing things. Are you faced with that at times?
Well, the biggest problem with kids in society today is the children do not have stability and a routine. And our society is paying for that. We give them that stability, that routine.
Consistency.
Consistency is the name of the game.
Yeah.
And we are busy. There is something pegged every hour of the day, really. There's very little time where you can just rest. And usually that's Sunday afternoon, maybe after church for a couple hours. Then the kids get, what I say, a break or bob time. On the bed they go for a couple hours.
And that's a treat.
That is a treat.
Yeah.
That is a treat. So
the simple life pleasures instead of having everything you want at your fingertips.
Available.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, you mentioned you have horses there. Is that right?
We do have horses. We're on about 450 acres just outside of Harrison, off Cottonwood Road, about 7 miles from here. Front Bear Creek on one side, hunting, fishing, horseback riding. We're raising a few cattle. I mean, it's a wonderful place for kids to grow up.
No doubt.
I think the one thing I want to help parents understand is, if you can imagine being a parent, to be able to give your child away for a year is really tough. But we work with the family. We want that child to go back home, in 6 months or a year, whatever it is, and be successful. Okay, we are not their forever family. We want to get that child back into the home, and so that takes the family also participating. The family will have their boy home at least once a month, or sometimes twice a month. They'll have passes. They'll be able to come and take their child out for lunch and things like that. The family will be able to have counseling, parenting classes. They'll get to do the things that.
Yeah. So it's a total.
It's
feeling.
a total picture.
Yeah.
Is we want this family to reintegrate, to be back together. That's our mission.
Now, you've got an open house, and that's really why you're here. And thanks for that introduction to the Arkansas Boys Ranch, because it's really a positive feeling.
Yes.
That's I think people are watching here and have a good positive feeling about it. Tell us about it. Arkansas Boys Ranch Christmas open house
coming up here December 8th, I believe, from 12 till 2 o'clock, I believe, in the afternoon. And again, it's right here in your backyard. Come and see us. We'll give you a tour of the ranch. Probably some Christmas goodies to eat, and just to get familiar with what's in your backyard. It's just a fantastic place for kids, for families that are really struggling and need help with their child. Come out and see us, get acquainted. Sometimes kids, when they come there, they said, well, this is like a country club. Yes, it's like that, but again, it's the structure that we provide that really makes a difference in families' lives.
Now, at the open house, do you welcome people that may utilize the Arkansas Boys Ranch, as well as others that just may wonder?
All of the above. You know,
Okay.
again, a lot of families are worried that they're going to send their child away, and you hear all kinds of things about a ranch, but really, it's a wonderful place to be.
And certainly, the more people that come, the more you can talk about it and spread the word that this is available.
Exactly.
Well, I admire that this exists, and people need to know that, so that it's an option. And I guess you have certain criteria to single out those that are appropriate, that would be appropriate.
Yes, anybody can call us, anybody can make a referral, and if we can't help that family or the child, we will refer them on to someone who can.
Okay.
So no harm in just calling and saying, this is what's going on in my life. Can you help my son? We'll say either yes or we know someone that can.
Okay.
Now, do you have a need for a volunteer?
We always have needs for volunteers. Okay, if you can imagine, there's plenty to do on a ranch, plenty of upkeep to do, plenty of things to do. Another thing that we have is people from the community could be a family friend. There may be some children that don't have a family that they can go back home to. So when we have our passes or some fun things come up, someone from the community can be that person who will be a family friend to that child and take that child on the home pass and all those other fun things and times that he may not get to have if the family can't be involved.
Wonderful.
Thanks,
Thank you.
thanks for being here, Bill.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Great program,
Glad to
great
know more about
organization.
it.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take our last break, and we're going to be talking with Jo McIntyre. She's going to be talking about safe routes to school. Stay with us.